Right before the video started, I just want to thank What If Entertainment for making this thumbnail. Thank you, What If Entertainment. You're really the GOAT, Unc. Please subscribe to his channel. Please like his videos. I heard you make really good content, and it will be a link in the description, or you can search it up, or you can join my Discord. Speaking of that, yeah, join my Discord. Without further ado, my name is Jay. This is the final part of What If Goku and Raditz have Frieza potential. I just want to say that it has been a long-ass journey. I'm not gonna hold you. I should have never took the read. This What If should have been done in early 2024, at the max March. But look at it now. It is March of 2025. You might be asking yourself, Jay, why did it take so damn long to get done with it? I'm not gonna hold you. When a black man procrastinate, it's like, damn. Basically, more like this. Oh, I'll upload it next week. Next week later. I'll upload next week. Next week later. I'll upload next month. I'm doing school. Next month later. Oh, it's summer? Skip. Oh, it's August? Skip. It's 2024? Skip. It's 2025? Skip. It's March? Skip. It's April? Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I forgot how to YouTube channel. Without further ado, my name is D. I know you're trying to get into the video. I'll stop yapping. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started on the actual video. As the beam will pierce through Vegeta's stun, Vegeta will fall on the ground. Vegeta will be on the ground coughing up blood. As soon enough, more blasters would head towards Vegeta's direction. As Goku and Raditz invade, from where Vegeta was to now, Raditz and Goku look down, seeing Vegeta's lifeless body, or should I say, they would see nothing of Vegeta. As the dust dissipates, all they'll see is dirt. As Goku would be frustrated as he would realize, who is this? Who could have done this? As eventually, the man would fly towards their direction, slowly but honestly, as Goku and Raditz will sense his power. They can handle this by himself, but his power seems so ominous and is hiding something deep that is inside of them. Some malicious intent. Why he didn't aim for them, they didn't know. And so, the man would approach both of them, smirking. I see I did a number on your friend there. So what you get when you try to kill my man and take my ship? As the man would say. Raditz will be in awe shock as he would tell Goku. That's King Cole's Kakarot. Do you remember the stories I tell you about the emperors that I beat? Goku will say, wasn't their name Frieza and Cooler? As Raditz was about to say something, but King Cole interrupted. Yeah, they were my dear sons. Poor old Frieza and Cooler. They never stood a chance. They were always replaceable, especially Cooler. I should have killed him when I had a chance. So was Frieza. He failed to wipe you all out. Work under me and your pathetic lies. But y'all would have to kill anyone on this planet. Or try to fight me as hard as you can. And I mean as hard as you can. But I'm gonna kill you. Which one would be? Would you rather die or join me? As Goku and Raditz will pause. But then they would kick their battle state. And soon enough, Raditz would use the double Sunday charge in the egg.
King Cole
Instantly dodged, as they could have easily took it down. He's like, my, so you want to die for this pathetic planning? Go for it.
King Cole.
As a child would made transformation, and in the sheer instant, he would transform into his golden form. So, how you guys like this? It's pretty cool, right? As Goku and Raditz will be shocked. They will be surprised, but they'll still be confident. They can still win this fight. No matter how strong King Cole is, the gap is still not as big as they expected. As eventually, Goku and Raditz without no hesitation will be in the fight King Cole. As King Cole is singing two through mountains, these two will be fighting. Piccolo and Gohan will be sparring, with Gohan will shoot a key blast of Piccolo. As Piccolo will go right, but front of Gohan tried to knock him out, but however, Gohan would have evaded the attack, counter attack and would have hit as well at this moment. And since they fell flying a little bit towards the tree, as Piccolo will catch himself through the air, as he will fly towards Gohan's direction. As Gohan will begin to charge up a Kamehameha, he will sense something. And just say, Mr. Piccolo, don't you sense that? As Piccolo will stop, Mrs. Strax to say, Kid, are you really trying to trick me? Are you really think I'm gold? As he will sense the power. That power is ominous. It's something like I never seen before. The sheer power alone will stun Piccolo, as he will bring Gohan along with him to check him out. And he can sense other powers as well, as eventually King Cole, Goku, and Raditz will be in the city. Raditz's armor would be broken in some parts, which forces the armor to show his ribs, all battered and bloody up, as Goku's gi would be messed up, be torn in half, as eventually Goku would have no shirt on. King Cole will be in the distance, as he would say, So, y'all want more? As Goku and Raditz begin to huff and pop, they will both look at each other as they'll say, So Kakarot, you wanna pull out the trump card? As Goku say it. I guess we have no choice. As Raditz will throw something in the sky. So this will obviously catch King Cole's attention. And so King Cole is saying, what the hell is that? As he looks back at two Saiyans, as King Cole can sense that those two Saiyans are different. They're stronger. That's essentially what they would have called it the Akari transformation. As they're able to tap into Grady's power without actually transforming to Grade, give them advantages in this form. Goku and Raditz will begin to visually attack King Cole, with King Cole even in his golden form is still being outmatched by these two. As these two were about to finish the job, they be interrupted by Piccolo Gohan, as Piccolo Gohan would appear right behind him, as King Cole would be in shock. There's a monkey? There's a Namek? What is he doing here? As King Cole will think that's shooting a beam towards Piccolo's direction, as eventually it would hit Piccolo and directly head on, as Piccolo will fall out of the sky. Goku and Gohan will yell up as they'll rush down to try to help Piccolo, as Raditz will try to go towards King Cole, shooting and blasting him, as eventually King Cole will fly all the way up to the air, as eventually he would reach space, realizing that the Saiyans couldn't reach him. As his fury became correct, as Raditz begins to fly more and more towards the atmosphere, he feels the oxygen pressure going out, as eventually Raditz will stop, realizing that if he goes out into space long enough, he's going to lose oxygen, and he's gonna die there. It's not worth the risk, and so Raditz will fly all the way down towards the city where Piccolo was shot at. Assisting Kakarot and Gohan up to Piccolo's aid. As King Cole would be in space, he would be like, "Them damn fools. They really thought they could get the drop on me, huh? Well, who's laughing now? I never cared for my sons, but how dare they kill them? My servants are dead because of them. He will pay," as King Cole would say. As King Cole will begin to transform, he was thinking about Plover Planet, but no, he wants these Saiyans to die on his own hands. And so King Cole will transform into a black form. As we come back to the Yellow Earth, Goku would have gave Piccolo a senzu bean, as eventually Piccolo would have been up. As Piccolo would ask, "Is he dead?" As Raditz would say, "No." By the time tried to reach the sky, he was already in space flying there. Goku would have talked to Raditz, and he would be strictly annoyed. "Raditz, you know this is your fault, right?" Raditz looked at Goku, as he couldn't say nothing. As Goku would say, "A lot of people died because of you. You gotta remember, you're the reason why he's even on his planet. You killed his two sons, but not him." As Raditz said, "Kakarot, this isn't no time for bickering," as Goku would look towards Raditz. "You're the reason why Vegeta even came here in the first place. I could have been living in peace, but no, you just had to come with all your problems. Now look, we have a dead Saiyan. You let an international space tyrant onto our land." As Raditz look at Kakarot, he doesn't say nothing. As in a way, he kind of agrees. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. There is no room for no rebuttals. It was just pure, unadulterated silence. Out of nowhere, they would sense something. Some key that's far stronger than they ever seen before. The key seems like it's shifting this dimension. No, this reality even. As eventually, a key would be concentrated into one being, and eventually it was shot down towards the earth, as everyone would have just barely talked in time, which would have created a big explosion. If they were a millisecond late, their fates could have been dealt with. Raditz would say, "What is that?" As the man would have appeared outside the explosion, as he would have black armor. He would look like that. "No, it's cold," as Raditz would say, as he would be shocked. He never seen power like this before, and for the first time, there's nothing he can really do. All he could just sit there and watch, as King Cole would look at him. "Really thought you had me in space? You really thought you could easily defeat me like that?" As Raditz looks at King Cole, he says, "You're a coward." As he goes say, "You would have did the same thing if you were in my shoes. And plus, if I was really a coward, I would already belong to the planet right now. You see, I gave you and your brother an obligation to join me. Of course y'all denied it, and so, since y'all want to deny it, I guess I'm gonna have to torture y'all to death. I'll start with the green guy." As he blitz towards Piccolo, Piccolo tries to fly towards Corn's tower, but unfortunately can't be caught by King Cole, as King Cole would have been in range will shoot definitely towards Piccolo's direction. And so, Piccolo will be hit by this, causing him to fall on the ground, as King Cole was like, It wasn't even really a fraction of what I could do, and you're already down for the count just like that? Pathetic, Nicky. As he begins to fly away, Kiko's trying to say, Goku would catch up Kiko and say, how could you, you bastard? As Goku in a bitter rage begins to try to punch as hard as he can, as Kiko would just take the punch. As to say, are you done? As he begins to blast Goku away, as he begins going to a merciless assault, beating him, as he doesn't want Goku to die. No, he wants to say it to suffer, just like his children did. Yeah, sure, this guy did nothing. Pretty sure this whole planet did nothing. But all Kiko would think about was his two sons, his two idiotic sons dying to these Saiyans. And he doesn't want to take no chances. As Raditz will start heading towards Goku's direction, as eventually he will see that Kakarot thrown down, merciless and beaten up. As Raditz will look at him and say, Kakarot, he will begin to fly towards Kakarot's direction, as eventually Kakarot being bloodied up, beaten to nearly to the edge of his life. As Gohan sees this as well, as Raditz will say, how could he do this to you? As Raditz was the first time when it felt an emotion, something sadness, something that is undesirable. He doesn't want to feel like this, but he tried to grieve. As Kiko would fly above Raditz, as he'll say, oh, I mean, he's not dead yet, you knew that, right? As Raditz will look in anger, as she'll say, yo, pain. As he begins to fly up towards Kiko's direction, Kiko would just look and blast Raditz right back to the ground. As eventually Kiko would have been tired of playing with them. So boring. I thought y'all would actually put up a better fight. Well, I guess my Black War is too much for you. As soon, Kiko would have been charged up his final attack, as eventually someone would punch Kiko in the face so hard that it would send him flying, as it damaged him a little bit. But it's not enough to kill him, as he'll see a little boy that has short hair. He's definitely the youngest. He's definitely one of these offsprings, as I'm talking about Gohan. Gohan at this point has reached his rage boost, and so the merciless boy will go to an immediate onslaught, forcing Kiko to go to the visit. As Kiko is like, a Saiyan as Ashy fighting back, this kid's amazing. How about this? I killed the kid first right in front of you. As Kiko would think about this, he laughed maniacally, as eventually Gohan would punch Kiko so hard that Kiko would have took me seriously, as he'll use his full power to grab Gohan, squishing him as Gohan begins to cry, as he would try his best to try to outpower him, but it's not to avail. Gohan has felt powerless up to this moment, and Gohan is growing to this point, but however, the gap is just so big that it would take Gohan a little bit just for him to grow enough to surpass Kiko. He would have to get really, really bad to surpass Kiko at this point. Kiko would have an idea. You know what? A perfect idea, as he would say, as they will fly towards the Z-Fire's direction. While they were battling, let me tell you about Piccolo. Piccolo was able to recover from the attack and was picked up by Cord. As Piccolo would tell Cord what was going on, as Cord would tell Piccolo that he knows what's going on. As a matter of fact, he built sensus just for this occasion. Piccolo would fly. He would thank the humanoid cat. As Yajiro would have been in the bathroom, saying that who the hell was that? Charged for Raditz's Goku, as eventually he would have been there, seeing Goku's lifeless body along with Raditz's body as well. He would have fanned both system as they both were recovering on the spot. Turns out Goku wasn't dead, but he was on the brink of dying, as Raditz was too. Goku gained a massive Zenkai boost. Raditz didn't gain a massive Zenkai boost, but it was enough that it made him on par with Goku though. They're noticeably stronger than they were before, but it's still not enough to defeat King Cold, of course. As they would have got done recovering, Goku and Raditz will begin to try to fly towards King Cold, but King Cold flies towards still, as they say, oh, so I see y'all heal for your injuries, I see. As Goku would be shocked, as he'll see someone in his hand, as Goku will say, go on! As Gohan will say, Dad! Kiko will be squashing the boy. As Raditz say, let him go, you're here for us, not him. And Kiko would say, well, I mean, Raditz, you killed both of my sons. I think it's only fair to even the score, as he says, that great guy is dead too. What the hell? I thought he would be dead. This would fury Kiko, as he says, I haven't killed major people. Oh well, time to start, as he'll throw Gohan to enter. Just like how Krillin died to Frieza, this is how Gohan's gonna die. As Gohan will be in the air, as he doesn't know what's going on. Goku's trying to fly up to punch King Cold, the explosion would have started. Gohan is officially dead. Goku and Raditz look at each other. Look, they go on. Right there. They're just strong. Goku, he doesn't say nothing. Raditz doesn't say nothing. It's like they're changing. Kiko notices this change. Their aura begins to flare golden. Their eyes begin to turn turquoise. Is that lightning from the sky? And Kiko would try to stop this transformation. But however, just like how it was with Frieza when they tried to stop it, their two transformation was so strong that it's able to push Kiko back together. And soon, Kiko was looking on as they'll see two Saiyans with golden hair. Their bodies kind of like golden, but it's more so their hair. They have achieved something that only the prince has up to this moment. They have achieved the legendary Super Saiyan transformation. There's no words when it stays. The fight when it actually started. As I'm just gonna say this, King Cole is still stronger no matter what, but they're almost as strong as him. As although King Cole is stronger, he has to fight fighters that are almost as strong as him. In fact, with their synergy, they were so strong, they were affecting the realities of multiple universes. Anyone could feel the sheer spins of aura. Hell, even the Omni King did. Battle would keep going. They would have been breaking dimensions, going into dimensions, break dimensions. It felt like an eternity. Eventually, King Cole will have enough of this, as let me get to shoot Blast both at the Super Saiyan. This doesn't hurt him a lot, but it hurt him just for them to step back. This will be a moment opportunity, as King Cole will fly into space, as eventually a giant ball would have appeared out of nowhere. It was like the size of the sun. As King Cole would say, "You put up an amazing fight, but however, I am the victor. Remember, history is determined by the winner, and not by the monkeys." As he will throw the ball towards the earth, Goku and Raditz will look at the ball. As Goku and Raditz will look at each other, and they'll say, "This is all or nothing. Come, baby. As the ball begins to clash with the Kamehameha wave. As this attack would have been so strong, it would have already break the fabric in their realities alone with the 11 universes. The great pieces try to convince Zenu to try to reach Universe 7, as this could cause major problems for the universes, ultimately indestructible. But Zeno wants to see this through. He would tell him to wait. Just wait. As back on Earth, Goku and Raditz will put their all into these attacks. I mean, they're dropping out of Super Saiyan, but then their determination, their will, everyone they got, everyone who's been there for them, their hardships, their struggles, their sacrifices. This needs to land. As Goku and Raditz begins to put all their power into it, ultimately, the ball begins to push back, as Kiko will be shocked as he tries to add more power to it. But due to these two brothers and their determination, their willpower, as the Kamehameha would get to the death beam, as eventually it would hit Kiko head on, as Kiko would be blasted away by this attack, as this attack would have been so strong that it was able to knock out King Cold, as this attack temperature stays towards the sun, as he would have been consumed inside the blast as well. As eventually everything just stopped shaking. Goku, Raditz would have begun to fall to the ground, exhausted, as they were so fatigued that they couldn't even open their eyes. All Goku did was just sit there sadly. He wasn't crying. He was just accepting the fact that his son's dead. As Piccolo and about to give them sense of being. As eventually he would tell them that they probably killed him for good. As in space, King Cole would have still been unconscious. His skin would have been burnt like burnt bacon, as King Cole would look unrecognizable than he was. As King Cole would try to recover, at least try to hold on for dear life at this point, someone would intervene, telling King Cole that that was a really good fight, that was amazing, but unfortunately I had to get rid of you. You and your sons failed to kill the Saiyans, as I requested. Not only that, you're so much of a threat that you almost wiped out the whole entire universes. I felt your power while coming here. It is a bit. I can't let you just die. You can come back with the Dragon Balls. More scarier. And probably more stronger. It's blood personal. As the figure would say, Hakai. As Kiko's body would return to the purple, dissipating. He doesn't get to go to heaven or hell. He's just erased. Just like that. As spirits would tell Whis, let's go to Earth. Danger applies, as eventually they would have made their way towards Earth. As eventually, Goku and Raditz would have found the Dragon Balls thanks to Bulma's radar. As they would have eventually retired the dragon, as still summoned Shinra. Shinra will give these 3 wishes. Everyone who was on this planet that was mercilessly killed by King Cold was revived, fully attacked in their bodies. As Shinra would say, it will take a lot of time, but your wish has been granted. As some time would pass, Gohan would have been revived. As Goku would have seen his son reunite with him along with Raditz. While this reunion is going on, someone would interrupt. You might explain to me how are y'all this strong? As someone come out of nowhere. It's not a Beerus, of course, but however they won't know this. It's kind of rude to introduce myself, wouldn't me? My name is Beerus, or should I say, the God of Destruction, Lord Beerus. As Raditz will be kind of surprised. There's a God of Destruction out there? I mean, he knew there was a God of Destruction, he never seen it. This is the first time he's seen it. Raditz is kind of surprised. He was expected to be like another alien or something. Hell, even a mutated alien. But however, a cat? Out of all the things in the universe, wizards, demons, a feline? Raditz will begin to laugh. It kinda is funny in a way. Beerus will get annoyed by the Saiyan's laughter. From his point of view, he just asks a question. This Saiyan, someone that's not even supposed to exist, just started laughing, and so just refused visitors. Beerus will rush forward. Raditz will see this, it blocks Beerus' hand. Beerus couldn't believe it. A Saiyan being this strong? As I'm going to spoil the manga, if you don't want to read here, here's a time skip. You ready? Okay. According to the manga, Frieza trained for 10 years in a time chamber, which is already insane. But now that Goku and Raditz being on the run, then with them constantly training, they would easily surpass Frieza. I know someone's gonna say, well, why did he evolve Super Saiyan? It's quite serious, really. It's almost fascinating. As with Bardock saying, I wish for my 2 to have greatest potential in the universe. They have the greatest potential in the universe, which that means Frieza's potential. And so by them having this wish, they don't need to go Super Saiyan. As if they ever did when they go Super Saiyan, the story would have been cooked. And unlike Frieza, where he needs to transform to get their potential, Goku and Raditz doesn't need transformation to reach their potential like Frieza did with his golden form. They can just do it in base, keeping stronger together than Scissor, and go on being a hybrid Saiyan just have naturally more potential to them. Not only that, he has rage boost. And so, I've been yapping, let's get back to the story. As where were we? Oh yeah, back to the story. As Raditz begins to twist Beerus' hands, Beerus will begin to power up more and more, as eventually he's so powerful that it's being felt around the universes as well. Zeno will sense this and will be interested. A God of Destruction versus a Saiyan? This could be interesting. Far back on Earth, Beerus will go to his 100% maximum power, and it's not enough for the Saiyan. As Raditz will be amazed, so this is the God of Destruction you're talking about? I gotta say, your power is kind of amazing. As Raditz will let go, I'll tell you what, if you get me off this planet, I promise I will train with you. As Beerus will be kind of shocked, as he doesn't know what to think. He's mad, but then again he's amazed. A Saiyan being this strong? A Saiyan being stronger than a God of Destruction is beyond me. As he'll say, is this your full power? As Raditz say, no, I was just holding back. As Raditz begins to transform, now see this? This is what I call a Super Saiyan. Beerus really couldn't believe it. So, that's a Super Saiyan? As he'll say, you must be some sort of Super Saiyan God. As Raditz say, Super Saiyan God, what is that? Beerus won't even know. He wouldn't even ask the right question. Instead, he will offer to Raditz to train him, cause Raditz sees that purple technique is awesome and cool, and just as maybe he could get off this planet. He loves Kakarot, and especially Gohan, but he was the reason why the Earth is almost destroyed. And so, Raditz would choose to go with Beerus, as they'll send their final hug, and eventually leave. As Raditz will be off being teleported, Goku would have hugged his brother, telling him thank you. Even though Raditz doesn't know how to feel, he hugged his brother back, accepting him with a warm welcome. Along with that, Gohan would hug him too, telling him that he was the best uncle ever, as Raditz would chuckle a bit. One last family reunion. Says family reunion in.
So as the series. Thank you guys for watching. This series should have been done in February of 2024. It is May of 2025. I am so sorry. I am officially back. After this video, I'm going to post another what if I made. And at the end, I didn't know how to do this. Like, this is the reason why it took a year. Because, like, the fight, I already planned out the fight. I did, like, alternatives. I wasn't even going to give King Cole a black form. I thought I was going to face him off and use his golden form. And then would beat him up. But that fight would have been too boring. I had to make things, like, climactic as possible. Without further ado, my name is Jay. Peace out.